Welcome back again, Ian Sanders with Oasis Financial Services and Team Oasis. Now we're to the point here where you've gotten your license, maybe you've gotten your E&O coverage already, and now comes time for contracting. What contracting is actually getting contracted with the individual carriers and also getting contracted with us here at Healthcare Unlocked. So what we're going to do is jump over to second screen here so that you can get a quick look at what you're going to need to do. Now, we try to make this as easy for you as possible. I'll be honest, this is probably one of the worst parts of actually working in the insurance industry is getting contracted with the different carriers. But we try to make this as easy as it can be. So you want to go into the onboarding and health onboarding is what we're going through today. As you scroll down, what you'll see here, and I'll make this a little bigger, are the different steps that you're going to need to go through in order to get contracted. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is actually get on board with our Discord channel. What that does is it's a community that we've created within Discord where we ask questions. We go through different issues that we're coming up to. There's a live rooms that you can go into to watch some of the success coaches work with clients directly. You can also jump into one as well and have one of the success coaches walk you through or watch and give you coaching and things live that way. But it also has a lot of questions that we ask each other throughout the day, trying to get those answered and make it easy for you to get answers to questions that you may have as well. It's searchable, which is great. If you have a question about deductibles or something like that and a question has been asked, you can see the different responses there. So it's a really cool thing. So the first thing that you want to do is get added on with the community. If it doesn't work for some reason, just get with your success coach. They'll get you a new link. Sometimes these do change. Now, with the agent contract signing, this is contracting with Healthcare Unlocked. Brad Owens will send you an email. Now, in that email, it's going to have a contract with Adobe Sign. What you'll do is you'll go through the Adobe sign all the things, and that'll go back to Brad. And then you'll be contracted with us here with Healthcare Unlocked. Now, the great thing about the way we set things up here is you don't have to worry about your book of business being lost because you're working with us. Your business is your business. There's no vesting periods or anything like that. Next thing is with errors and omissions, you do get a discounted rate through HCO. You click here and it takes you to another page, and then you go ahead and sign up for your E&O insurance. You should already know what that is by going through if you went through the first video. Now with carrier contracting, now you can either send that to myself or to Brad, and basically you're going to get an email from one of us that's going to have a list of carriers that you can contract with, and you're going to want to fill that out and list the carriers that you want to work with and then the states. And you can get that too if you want to by just clicking here, and this is just basically what it looks like. All right. So the next thing that we're going to look here is the direct deposit form. You'll click here and then you'll send that either to Brad or myself. This is just a quick email that you send over, and then we go ahead and get you set up with direct deposit. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do, and I'll make this bigger here, is to get started with the FFM or the federally facilitated marketplace. There are state marketplaces as well, but we're just going to be looking at the FFM for now. So if you hear FFM number, that's going to be your CMS number that you get by registering on the portal here. So you click registration, it goes ahead and takes you to the website where you can register. You can go through a PowerPoint guide or you can use the video tutorial. Now, me personally, I say to use the video tutorial. The video tutorial just covers everything in detail, how to go through and do your certifications through there as well. And so I really strongly suggest using the tutorial. So what's going to happen is once you go ahead and get registered with FFM with CMS, there's going to be some certifications that you're going to need to go through in order to be able to sell ACA plans. You won't be able to work without getting those done. So this is going to be another one of the trainings that you want to take care of right away. The next thing is Health Sherpa. So Health Sherpa is going to be the program that you actually use to look at the different plans, compare them, and enroll. You can do those directly with the carrier, but it's really hard to do it that way. Maybe if Health Sherpa is down, you might do it that way, but mainly what you're going to use is Health Sherpa. So you create the account here. There's a video on how to run a quote that I did myself. And then there's a video directly from the people at Health Sherpa on how to enroll a client, and it takes you through the enrollment process, which is really good. You click here just to create the account, and then you'll want to use the team code 3763 to link you to Healthcare Unlocked. Now, you don't have to do this, but the reason that you want to do this is because then it makes it easier for us to track your sales so that we can go ahead and make sure that your commissions are correct. Because even though we're going to put them in Medicare Pro, which I'll go over in a minute, making sure that you also have it have Health Sherpa linked, make sure that we can actually pay you faster rather than waiting on reports from the individual carriers. The next thing here is going to be the Medicare Pro. This is going to be the CRM that you're going to use to put everything in that's going to track your sales to make sure that you get paid on time. Again, Medicare Pro is optional technically, but you need to use it so that you get paid on time, because otherwise we're waiting maybe a month or two for the carriers to tell us what you did. Here we're able to track it in real time, what you sold, and we can also check that with the carriers and make sure that we're getting you commissions as quickly as possible, because that's what you want. You don't want to have to wait to get paid, guys. So you go ahead and you start your Medicare Pro account here. You won't have to pay for that. If you do have any issues with that, just get with myself, get with Brad Owens, and we can get that fixed for you. Now, the next thing that's going to happen, and I want to make sure I explain this, is with leads, you're going to get $300 in lead credits. At the time of making this video, it was $300. So you're going to want to set up a next gen leads account. Now you can set that up so that when your leads come in, they go directly into Medicare Pro, so you don't have to type all that information in yourself. To do that, what you do is you send a message to support@medicareprocrm.com, and the subject needs to be Next Gen Leads API. The message just needs to say, what is my API for Next Gen Leads to integrate it with Medicare Pro? They're going to give you a code. You copy that, and then you send an email to support@nextgenleads.com, and you include that code in it, and then they're going to go ahead and integrate that for you at that point in time. So you just want to follow this, Medicare Pro integration message. I want to integrate my next gen account with Medicare Pro. The API is, and then you give that code that you got from support@Medicare Pro CRM. Now, with the next gen leads account setup, you can read through this, but basically they're a company that we contract with. They're really great leads as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of different types of leads that you can use. I have a video that you can watch as well that walks you through. But once you go ahead and set up your next gen account, an account manager is going to reach out to you. When they reach out to you, what they're going to do is walk you through what you need to do to set up your campaign. So there's going to be live transfers. There's going to be really cheap, like $4 leads that are kind of shared. There's going to be more expensive leads, and the more exclusive the lead is, the more expensive it's going to be, but the higher the rate of success is. So if you don't mind doing a lot of work and you just want a high volume of leads and you don't want to pay a lot for them, you can do it that way. Or you can say, hey, you know what? I just want to make sure that I'm going to close almost every single one of these, so I'm willing to pay more. Now, eventually, you're not going to have to worry about leads this way, because one of the things that we do here with Team Oasis and with Healthcare Unlocked is we do train you on how to get leads other ways. So one of them is going to be referrals from the leads that you get. You do really well at your job. We teach you what to say at the end of the call to go ahead and have them give you more of their friends and family's information so you can help them as well. There's other things like social media. There's things like going and speaking to your warm market and strategies for that, where you're not coming off salesy, but you are letting them know what you do. So if they do have a need, they know to reach out to you, because you are going to be a subject matter expert by the time that we're done getting you trained. Now, with licensing, contracting, appointing template, basically what this does, and I'll click on it so that you can see it here, and I'll go ahead and make it bigger, is it's just a way to track your licenses. So what you do is you put your license number, whether where you are as far as the life, health, accident goes in that state, and then when it expires. It does help you kind of keep track of when your expiration dates are coming, and if it's expired, it turns red. So just a quick demonstration of that. And you won't be able to actually edit this. You'll have to make a copy of this and then edit it yourself, but I just want to show you how this works. So let's say that this is active, this is active, this is active, this is inactive, and then the expired date is tomorrow. It's going to show up green. But let's say that it was yesterday. It's going to show up red. And then if there's nothing here, then it just turns white. And so it's just a way for you to track that. And the main reason that you're going to want to do this is because if you don't, you can end up getting in a lot of trouble when it comes to Medicare if you sell in a state that you're not licensed in. And also, sometimes when you're getting contracted with these different states, you're going to need this information. Like, what states do you have? What are the license numbers for each state? Because you have a national producer number, but you also have a state license number. And sometimes they ask you for that. The other things that you'll want to do is ACA carriers. You'll put your appointment statuses and things here. Same thing with Medicare. And then the ancillaries are like the supplement policies, short-term policies. And then there's going to be links for the web portals. And then also, if you're doing life insurance, a bunch of these carriers too. And this is just to get you started. Some of the information may change and you'll want to update this as you go. But this is a good way to keep track of your usernames, your passwords, things like this. And this will be exclusive to you. All right. And so right now, that's all that's really needed to start the onboarding and contracting process. What you'll need to do is, as you're going through this, you'll want to get with your success coach. If that's me, reach out to me. If that's Brad, if that's Amy, if that's Dream, there's a few different success coaches that you could be working with. By the time you see this video, there may be several more. But what you want to do is make sure that you get with them and have them help you any way possible. We don't want you confused. So you want to make sure that you're constantly reaching out to us and constantly in communication with us so that we can help you get through the contracting process as quickly as possible so that you can get out there and start helping families. Now, what you'll be doing while you're going through the contracting, because there is going to be some wait time between things that you're doing while you're waiting to get emails back from carriers and things like that. And you'll want to make sure that you're watching your emails and keep a good eye on that, because as emails comes in, you have to now go in and start the onboarding process with each one of the carriers. And it's just filling out the same information over and over again. And once that's all done, then at that point, if you've already done all the training and all the certification, you can jump right into going out and helping families. So if you do have any questions, get with me, get with one of your success coaches. We'll be more than happy to help you be successful. That's the main goal here. Until then, have a great rest of your day. And if you're watching this during open enrollment, have a great rest of your season.